Merchandising.
Yeah, that's a good way to start this. That lets people know that we're still their regular old friends that don't want anything from them except their money.
Now
What's up?
We've got merch for you.
Go to wehaveconcerns.com/shop and check out the new Brock Life t-shirt, Salmon Cannon t-shirt, Jetpack Rescue Squad t-shirt, so many t-shirts. Good game.
All right, well,
Star Wars Battlefront.
I mean, I can't argue with that's good salesmanship on
Thanks,
your part.
man.
Yeah,
That's one of them good-ass games is what I'm saying.
Very compelling.
You got to play it. It's one of them good-ass games. This is We Have Concerns. Hi, Jeff Canada.
Hi, Anthony Carboni.
Hello, concerned citizens.
Technology. We've been talking about it. We love it. We're both technology junkies.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You're a technology reporter now again.
This is true. This is true. I try to get out, but they pulled me back in.
Tomorrow Daily. Watch it every weekday.
Yeah. TomorrowDaily.com. Here's an interesting story that was sent to us. It was posted on our subreddit, which is wehaveconcerns.reddit.com, by Vincio09. Vincio pointed us to this article about...
Our condolences to the families of the first 8 Vincios.
Well,
they were all good Vincios.
They were good Vincios.
But they just didn't have what it takes.
They weren't in Vincio. Yeah.
Moving on.
This is an article about a series of studies that lead the researchers to believe that technology that we're using day to day, our cell phones, our tablets, that it is
our
actually...
Apple smartwatches,
yes,
our Arduinos. Is this about Arduinos?
I don't think we need to even bring up Arduino because
but
it's not relevant.
It is technology that we use today.
Well, yes, but it is not even relevant.
Okay, so I'm getting closer. So it is technology.
It is technology. It's in the world of technology.
We use it every day.
It's really just a microprocessor. It's so simple. I think you could wrap your head around it. So
it's included in this study.
No, this has nothing to do with an Arduino.
Is this an Arduino?
Just stop picking up things and asking. That's a stapler. You know that's a stapler.
All right. But it could have an Arduino in it.
I mean, you could... that's just confusing the issue. Okay, so here's this thing that says that technology that we use may actually be speeding up our brain's perception of time. So even though it felt like you talked about Arduino for an hour and a half, maybe it was even longer because my brain is speeding up the perception of time based on all the technology that I'm using. That's clearly not an Arduino.
All right, that's fine. All right. So what? Using technology, using any kind of technology, is this connected to screens? Is this connected to...
It's saying that because we are using more technology in our daily lives than ever before, that we are tied into information at a faster speed. We are, dealing with emails and texts and tweets and all these things, and more information is coming and being processed by us all the time. The theory is that we actually are trying to compensate internally for all of that data coming in. We're trying to keep up with our technology, and so we're actually perceiving time at a faster rate.
Are you telling me my fax machine is fucking with my brain?
No, you have a fax machine still? Because that would be...
I get faxes all the time.
That would be a study... That would be a study from about 20 years ago, Anthony. That would have anything to do with fax machines.
Oh, I think I got that study through the fax.
You did?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. It might have been.
Who sends you faxes?
I get a lot of menus.
The menus? They have a dedicated fax line.
Okay. So why? Why is it speeding up our perception of time? We're compensating, and what?
So he seems to think, this researcher from James Cook University in Singapore seems to think that there is an internal pacemaker in our bodies that regulates our perception of time. So the idea is if you're sitting in a waiting room waiting for jury duty, time passes a lot slower than if you're out having a great time. So our perception of time, it feels like, oh my gosh, time flies when you're having fun, that kind of thing. That we actually have a pacemaker inside us that regulates our perception of time.
But that's okay. But am I missing something? Because that just sounds like garbage. Because that sounds like, of course, when you're bored, time moves slowly. When you are actively involved in something, Time moves faster because you are occupied. I don't understand where the technology comes into this any more than anything else.
Well, it says that she found that people who were constantly connected had overestimated the amount of time that had passed compared to those who rarely used technology. She observed that while sitting in a room, they'd think an hour had passed when it had only been 50 minutes.
All right. Well, I mean, would you know if exactly an hour had passed if you weren't looking at a clock?
No, but that's why I wear my Apple Watch and my I have a series of Arduino packs. No, I didn't mean to bring that up. Don't. It's just confusing.
You do.
No,
you do.
I mean, I do.
You're wearing Arduinos.
All the time, but that's you shouldn't be worried about
what
that.
What do they look like?
It's just. It's not. Listen,
what
you're
do
just
they
getting
do?
confused.
Why do you wear them?
Well, it's for the secret research project that I'm working on, but you shouldn't be concerned about that.
Oh, you're fucking with me.
Yes. That's what I do. That's what I do.
Is this?
That is not an Arduino. That is a SD card. You know damn well it's an SD card. That's what we record all our shows on.
Do they run on Arduino?
No, it doesn't have anything to do with it.
All right.
So she says it's almost as though we're trying to emulate the technology and be speedier and more efficient.
So, where does she come to that conclusion? What if it's just... So we're emulating the technology, and that's making us move faster. Are we sure it's not that the constant stream of information is just stressful? Time seems to move.
That's exactly what she's saying. She's saying that it actually results in time stress, which, by the way, is my new screenplay that I'm writing.
It's also, I think it was in season 2 of Star Trek.
Time stress.
Time stress was a great episode.
I guess I got to throw my screenplay in the garbage then, huh?
Or you go back in time.
Oh.
And we stopped them from making that episode of Star Trek. It was a filler episode anyway.
It really was. It was one of those bottle episodes.
Use an Arduino to get back there?
No, god damn it. That's not what Arduinos do.
This is an Arduino.
That is a pencil.
All right.
I feel it would...
It's a mechanical pencil.
It's a mechanical...
So it's technology.
It's technology, but it's not Arduino.
All right. Is it causing me time stress?
It's causing me time stress right now. So basically she's saying that there is an increased time stress because we feel like, it says high time pressure. Really, you just can't just put time and a dash.
You put time in front of everything.
You can't.
This is how they write episodes of Doctor Who. The time circuits. Yeah. It's not regular circuits, it's time circuits.
The time detective got into his time speeder and raced down to the time train.
You're doing it!
Yeah.
You're writing a sci-fi!
I want to. I want time stress to be...
But this to me...
really be a franchise.
This to me... she hasn't said anything yet. These studies haven't said anything yet.
She hasn't said anything yet.
Well, she hasn't said anything yet that...
You know why she hasn't said anything yet? Is because you're perceiving time faster than I am, and so you're waiting for me to get to the end.
Shut up, let me finish the sentence. She hasn't said anything yet that directly links to technology in any way that's more specific than just regular stress to me.
Well, she's saying that in her studies, the people that were disconnected from technology perceived time at a slower rate than those who were connected to technology. She said she put people in a room, asked them how long it had gone by. The people who were more connected to their devices usually felt like more time had gone by than those.
Than like a guy who whittles on his porch.
Yeah. That dude is used to waiting around and not seeing anything change for years.
I'm just making myself a little ocarina.
Oh. Yeah. How long does that take to whittle?
Oh, I don't know. I don't much keep track.
All right.
But I'll tell you what. Goes a lot faster now that I have this time whittler.
Whoa, wow.
Now it's a time ocarina. Plays time songs.
I think you should just call it an ocarina of time. I think that's probably better.
I'm not following you.
It's just a more accepted nomenclature for the... No? Okay.
I don't see why.
All right. So a time ocarina.
Uh-huh.
You
I'll play a time song.
Oh, a time song.
Yeah.
All right. How does a time song differ from regular songs?
It summons a time hero.
Oh man, I don't have the time for this. What does a time hero do?
I don't know. I don't pay much attention. I just stick to my whittling. If you see over here, I whittled a time Mount Rushmore.
That looks exactly like regular Mount Rushmore. It's exactly the same as regular Mount Rushmore. It's just smaller.
Whittled it so fast with my time whittler.
You can't. Listen, Cletus, you can't just...
Want a chocolate? I got a Time Whitman sampler.
That's You bought a Whitman sampler from the store. That is exactly, there's no difference.
I bought it real quick. Hey, how much time do you think's gone past since we started talking?
It seems like hours.
I think it's been 3 minutes.
Oh, see? I'm going to write that down in my study. My time study.
I think you should call it a study of time. You know what? Call it a brief history of time.
Oh, that'll sell.
That's a good one. I'm just spitballing. I'm just time spitballing.
Oh, Cletus. That's why you're the brains of the operation. Just time spitballing.
Dr. Stephen Cletus. From DARPA.
The world's smartest man. Well, I don't know how I was the smartest man, but I is. Time, Cletus. You think this is all horseshit? I feel like you're mocking this entire story.
I don't think it's horseshit. I wonder if it's.
I think by extension, you're mocking 9 generations of Vincios. I just hope you have that on your conscience.
Well, the first 8 got it wrong. What makes us think that this one's right? Look, I don't know if it's. I don't see anything. I would have to read the study, I think, or the collection of studies that these findings are based on. But I don't see any direct connections to technology.
Well,
there's a correlation, right? Like she's seeing a correlation.
Yeah.
My question though is, were there outside measures of other stressors in these people's lives? So the people that use less technology, do they come from, do they have day-to-day lives where like maybe their jobs have less stress, maybe they're retired, maybe they, you know what I mean? I want to know where the sources of stress are in these people's lives, because I don't think it's technology. I think people have been complaining about the speed of modern life since the industrial age, since the invention of the clock, since all technology is connected.
That's just time
stress.
complaining.
That's time complaints, which are powerful complaints.
Yes.
And if a time complaint meets another time complaint,
then
it could destroy both complaints.
You don't ever want 2 time complaints to touch.
No.
Because it could set off a chain reaction, a time chain reaction.
And you don't want them to touch slowly and sexy in the middle of the night.
Never.
Because not unless they're time married.
Then it's sexy time.
I think it should be called time sexy. But we'll go back to that. My thing is, we have always connected technology to the stresses of modern life. And I just don't know if that's true as much as it is just, hey man, life is stressful.
What about this? She said she also observed that people who read an advertisement for the latest iPad perceive time as passing more quickly than those who read an excerpt from a non-technological novel.
How boring was the novel? How quick was the iPad to read?
It's a non-technological novel, so it's boring.
So it's horrible.
It's anything that isn't technological. It's about the whittler and his whittling exploits.
It was on a clay tablet. Because even the technology used to create a novel could add to the stress. They needed a baseline reading.
It's a series of instructions on how to whittle.
They found that when they removed the clay tablet and just told the story in epic poetry form, just recited it, that was the lowest amount of stress.
Actually,
you've got to try to remove all technology.
Right. If you then take that and you put it in a black box space and you have a group of theater majors express it in rhythmic dance,
it seems to go on forever.
It's as if it's the point at which it reaches infinite perception of time.
It feels like the end of 2001.
Because that's the year I was in college experiencing that garbage.
You were probably in that garbage.
I was in that garbage. But I will be honest. I knew it was garbage at the time. It was time garbage. I was like, at a later
garbage
date.
that will last all of time.
At a later date, I will recognize this is garbage. This is only time garbage.
Yeah, kids, be a theater major.
Get a degree in make-believe. All this can be yours.
Yeah, I don't know. You're playing devil's advocate here, but do you really believe that it's connected to the technology?
I don't think there's a direct one-to-one correlation. I think people who are more technology centric, like myself, probably tend to try to accomplish a lot in the day because you use those things as tools to help you navigate a busy day anyway, right?
So here's my thing. I don't think it's technology. I think it's access, right? I think it's the level of access that you give to stress. So imagine an office that doesn't have an office where people aren't working at computers or whatever, but there's this like a 1940s Jack Lemmon office, okay?
I want to work in an office today that has no computers in it.
But I'm saying is, imagine a group working situation, right? Like maybe you're maybe it's not in like a developed nation or something like that, but maybe it's maybe you're volunteering in a developing nation, and there's a group of you, and you're doing volunteer work. Okay,
right? I don't get to bring my iPad.
You don't get to bring your iPad. You're sitting.
Then I'm not volunteering.
So, but if you're in the center of this office and you are allowing everybody from every department to have verbal access to you with their concerns and complaints,
right?
Or you're the mid-level manager in a construction site. You know what I mean? Like all of this stuff. Everybody is coming to you for answers every day. You have to listen to everybody.
Right.
That's probably going to create the same kind of stress as constantly checking your email. I think the difference with technology is we are voluntarily refreshing.
Yeah. No,
So
I think you're actually onto something there. It's basically just a conduit through which communication happens, and communication in itself can be stressful.
So don't talk to people.
Just put yourself in a room and whittle your time, Ocarina.
Just play Star Wars Battlefront and eat Thai food, and just don't interact with the world.
Yeah, look how not stressed Anthony is.
I'm super not stressed all the time, except for all the time.
Oh.
That's
not an Arduino. Those are headphones. You know what headphones are, Anthony.
But could they run on an Arduino? What do you think is inside of headphones?
See, the complicated part is that it all could work on an Arduino, but it's not. Right? No, but that's not the point.
So, what do you think is inside of a headphone? How do headphones work? You don't know.
I think you've
never thought about it.
There's a tiny man who shouts the things that he hears louder. No, I don't know.
Tiny man. His name is Arduino.
Arduino.
His name is Vince Arduino.
Arthurduino.
I think it's just we as human beings have a need to be connected. We are tribal creatures.
Yeah.
And that connection can lead to stress. That's how we let stress into our lives. Is we let the requests and the needs of other people in, and we,
Yeah.
That's just part of it. And I think, yeah, sure. Maybe if you have more technology, maybe if Cletus is sitting and whittling on his porch, he doesn't talk to as many people all day. But he could.
Right. No, I think you're right.
He could spend all day on the phone.
Right. But they get a lot of less whittling done if you're on the phone. Although if you have like a Bluetooth headset. What did you say?
Time whittler, but I don't think that's real. I think that's something I made up. Right?
Yeah, it is. Okay. Definitely.
But it could run on an Arduino.
God, I don't know how time whittlers work.
Neither do I. Or Arduinos. An Arduino might as well be a time whittler.
Oh, God damn it. I think you're right. I think this is a symptom rather than a problem.
Yeah.
And I think the symptom, it comes from people who need to get more done and are stressed out anyway, use these tools to help them get things done.
Yeah, you're just feeding this stress cycle that your body gets addicted to with the technology. People want to vilify technology all the time, and I just think it's like...
But do you think that we actually do view time differently based on how much stress we're under? Do you think that if you're really stressed out, time speeds up?
Yes.
Yeah.
I always, the more I have going on, whether it's going on today or whether it's going on in my life in the immediate future, weeks, months, the more I am thinking about, the more that's on my plate, the more I'm planning for, the less time it feels like there is before that time comes.
But like vacations go by fast too. When I'm really relaxed and enjoying myself, time flies when you're having fun.
Mm-hmm.
Time goes by quickly there too, and I'm at the least amount of stress when I'm on a vacation, I think.
Huh. Yeah. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe it works both ways. Maybe we can't be happy or sad without it compressing time. Maybe we can only just sit.
Sweet.
To really experience time, you just have to sit.
Just whittle time away.
Hold on a second. Let's experience time for a moment.
Okay.
Yeah, time's garbage.
That was like an hour and a half,
right?
It
was awful.
That was...
I just keep using your email, guys. It's fine. You're not missing anything. I don't know. How do you guys feel about this? Do you think technology is directly linked? Do you think it's the cause? Or do you think it's being used as a scapegoat? Why don't you tell us on Twitter? That's technology.
The technology. Tell us how stressed you are using Twitter to tell us how stressed you are.
I'm at A Carboni.
I'm at Jeff Canada.
And you can hashtag those time whittler.
Yeah.
And and hey, you guys, let's talk about Patreon.
Yeah, it's the only way that this show is possible. It's really kind of a magical thing that allows you to directly give us value for the value you perceive we give you with this show.
If that was too abstract for you, what we're saying is Patreon is how we get money to make the thing.
Was that not clear?
I don't know. I think it was.
Give us some of your time bucks.
Give us some time bucks and we'll give you some time words.
Some time ha-has.
Yeah, but basically the entire show is funded by the audience. If you're enjoying the show, if you like the show, check out the Patreon. See if it is worth it to you to support the show. There are different freebies you get at different levels. You can get episodes early. You can get monthly hangouts with me and Jeff. You can get extra bonus digital goodies and extra bonus episodes with our guests when we have guests on. We've got an episode coming up next week with Christian Spicer, and we've got a double bonus long episode with him. We have
it's a
double
real good
bonus
one.
Episodes with Adam Sessler and just Trish Hirschberger.
So many people have flung by
Justin
our
Robert
praise.
Young. Episodes with everyone. So go to patreon.com/wehaveconcerns.